You always been a hugger. She's just such a joy.
You want a hug?
Yeah, I did.
She is April Dawkins, and her huge smile, hugs, words of encouragement, and genuine love for God and others has everyone who knows April speaking her praises.
Her heart is just so big and so awesome. Such a joy to be around. You're just using her in hundreds of lives, God.
But just 3 years ago, this story of April Dawkins was very different.
And you never would know, but behind those beautiful eyes is a story, an amazing story. Looking at April today, you would never know where she came from.
Correct. My son's 19 now, started when he was 4, so 14 years.
This was April's life.
Go to work, stop by the store when I get off work, get me 2 24-ounce ice house. Get my son, before the drug thing, alcohol, I was an alcoholic. And cook, clean, I thought it was normal.
And I could remember days where my aunt would get so drunk and she just passed out on the floors. We started getting farther apart from my aunt because she started doing drugs.
Her life of drugs, drinking, and addiction took her son away, took her home away, and nearly took her life.
Remember, it was on a Thursday. So I was getting high that Thursday evening, getting high. And then we ran out of money and dope. And then the man I was getting high with, he had some pants, and he said, see if I could try to sell them.
April took the pants to someone she knew and asked if he'd trade them for drugs. The answer was yes, and the two headed off to his house to complete the exchange.
When we got over there, he told me that I couldn't come in his house. And I knew something was wrong when he told me I couldn't come in because we were going to stay over his house.
Instead, he offered to walk her down along Lawrence Road. All the while, April knew something wasn't quite right and was trying to figure out how to get away.
And he said I got to use the bathroom. So while he was using the bathroom, I tried to run down the hill. And when I was running down the hill, he ran behind me, and then he grabbed I had my hand upon the ponytail. He grabbed the ponytail and hit me on the side of my face right here. He kicked me, drugged me across the street. I mean, I was tortured. He took the gun out and told me if I tell somebody that he did it to me, that he would kill me. He took the gun out and just beat me with the gun. He just beat me real bad. And then after that, that's when he started raping me.
April was beaten, raped, and left for dead. As she lay in the bushes, she cried out to God.
I knew I was gonna die, but God had other plans. Somebody called my name 3 times, and I thought it was the boy coming back. And so I didn't answer the first 2 times. I didn't answer, then he said, April, April. And I said, what? You already done tried to kill me, just leave me alone. And then the boy said, no, it's me, it's God. And he just told me to lay my hands on the side of my head and tuck my feet under and just rest. And I sent somebody to find you in the morning. And that's what he did. And God, that's what he did. He sent somebody to find me in the morning. And I lay in the bushes 11 hours.
And that next morning, as promised, a man walking to work saw April in the bushes, called for an ambulance, and helped get her to the hospital. That's when April's sister got the call.
My mom got a phone call, and it was the hospital saying that your sister was beaten really bad and left for dead, and that she should come to the hospital because they didn't know how long it was going to be that my aunt was going to live.
Just 13 at the time, Little Bit wasn't old enough to see her aunt in the hospital, but things didn't look good at the time. That's when she called her mentor, Ashley, to start helping her pray.
She had been raped and beat pretty badly. Her face was, just awful. Just you feel the pain and you feel the grief and you feel the healing process and you feel the hopelessness and all the different emotions that come with that type of accident.
April was so badly beaten the doctors didn't know what kind of future she would have.
I remember them saying that I was going to be blind and retarded.
After about 2 weeks in the hospital and endless hours of prayers, April opened her eyes and saw her niece.
The first thing she said was, I can open my eyes, when I walked into the room. And she was happy and smiling. She was just like, I can see you, I can see you.
Reconstruction of her face and her faith was now underway.
I got metal holding my eyes up where he beat my eyes out of socket with the gun.
Slowly, her body was repaired, but April knew she'd already taken the first step for the most important healing of all.
If I wouldn't have answered when God called my name, I know I would have died. Death was coming at me. And boy, I got life now.
And what an amazing life it has become. About a year after the accident, April began attending Redemption. She was a regular in the front row. Within 4 months after that, she was saved and moved into her very own apartment. She only started with a pillow and a blanket, but today it's a home.
Who is it? Hey, welcome to April's place.
A home for her and her son.
He came home February 14th on Valentine's Day of 2006, and I had a home for him. I had a roof to put up, a bed for him to lay in, the couch for him. I had it. We started all over again.
That following December, local businessmen and women inspired by April's story blessed her with new teeth, making her smile even more inviting.
I was smiling and like this because I was covering my mouth and tears was dropping. What you want to get?
And now you can find that beautiful smile greeting you at this McDonald's on Wade Hampton, April's first job since 2003.
February 28th, I got hired on at McDonald's, and I worked there 3 months, and then they asked me that I want to become a manager. So I'm a manager now.
Piece by piece, God unfolded it. She got an apartment, she got her son back, she got a job, she started doing bus ministry. Every week she brings like 30 people to church.
But it's not enough just gearing up the kids and parents for worship. She's already saving up money to get her license back. Not to drive to her new job, but to continue her ministry for the church.
She is a hidden treasure. She is just gold, and she was covered up with lots of dirt when she started, and lots of pain and lots of hurt. And God jerked her out of the dirt and is just cleaning her up and just made her beautiful, and he's just using her every day for his glory. And it's just so, I just feel privileged to know her.
While her smile shines bright, the scars still run deep, but there's no hatred in her heart for the man who hurt her so badly.
So he was living in darkness too. That's the way I see it. And I just pray that he get into the light. I just pray that he take God's hand just like I did. I forgive him.
And you won't see any tears from April. She's got too many great things to focus on besides her past.
Well, I think about what's going on in my life now. Yeah, because I put it in God's hand. And through God, anything possible.